What is something you found out late in life that you should have known earlier but you just didn't?
If you are a black kid from a low income background and you have good grades, decent grades, you're comfortable around white people, you need to apply to liberal arts colleges. Chances are, you will leave out of that college with less than $10,000 in debt. I did. Some of my friends have no debt because the school literally has so much money, so much large endowments that they will pay for you to go to school. And they want black kids because they're under scrutiny for being racist, so they want to show that they have a lot of black kids in the school. State schools don't have that problem. A lot of them don't. Okay? Here's a list of them. Apply to them, and chances are they will give you a fire-ass financial aid package. You will leave out of college with less than $10,000 in debt. I've seen it happen over and over again. It makes me sick that people don't know the game. So,
What is something you found out late in life that you should have known earlier but you just didn't?
I literally just found out that the herbs and spices, herbs are green, spices are orange, and then these are seasoning pink ones.
What is something you found out late in life that you should have known earlier but you just didn't?
I'm glad you asked. Side note, I don't actually know if this is known or not, or if I'm just stupid. But if you ever been to Times Square and you see the Rainbow Room observation deck for NBC near Radio City Music Hall, and if you go in there, there's a gift shop and they sell merch for their shows like The Voice, Parks and Rec, all that. Now, no one told me that if you go in there just to look around, there's going to be interns there that work for NBC that will ask you if you want to be an audience member on a monologue rehearsal. Or Seth Meyers and Jimmy Fallon. It's completely free and it's set up like an actual taping. I've been fortunate enough to see Seth Meyers twice. He's very funny. So basically your job is to go in there, sit down, listen to their monologues, and basically let them know which jokes they need to cut for the monologue and which jokes they should keep. If a joke is funny, you would genuinely laugh. If a joke isn't funny, you just stay mute. Go in there, you can't take pictures and you have to turn your phone off. This is from the first time that I went, and here's our ticket. A nice activity to kill time, and it's super chill, super lax, and it's a lot of fun to do.
What is something you found out late in life that you should have known earlier but you just didn't?
This isn't for me, but apparently there's a lot of people that don't really understand the idea of evolution, so I'm going to use giraffes as an example. People say giraffes evolved long necks. It doesn't mean that they grew over time to help them reach higher leaves. What it means is a long time ago there were giraffes with short necks, medium necks, and the PNB rocks of the giraffe world. The long necks had an advantage over the short necks and could reach food that the others couldn't. This advantage meant they had a better chance of reproducing and a better chance of passing on the long neck genes. At the same time, vertically challenged giraffes had less opportunities to mate, which meant less short giraffes in the next generation. This process would occur generation after generation until there were nothing but long necks left because the short necks couldn't keep up. And this wasn't a quick process, it took millions of years for giraffes to get this way. But evolution doesn't mean that all giraffes had short necks and they grew together as a group. It's just that life was better to taller giraffes, and after thousands of generations, they were all that's left. It's like if girls decided to only date tall guys. After millions of years, every guy would be tall, but not because the human race had a growth spurt, but because the short guys got hoed by life and couldn't pass on their genes. Good thing girls aren't like that, though.
What is something you found out late in life that you should have known earlier but you just didn't?
Your period is fake. Okay, if you are on hormonal birth control, your period is fake. How did I not know this? I was 26 years old when I found out that the period you get when you're on hormonal birth control, it's not a period. It's a withdrawal bleed. It is a simulated period. It doesn't need to be there. They have been deemed medically unnecessary. How did I not know? Nobody told me. Not in health class, not my doctor when they put me on birth control. It's fake. You don't need it. You know the only reason it exists is because when they were creating the pill for the first time, they knew it was going to be a hard sell to the Catholics. So, to appeal to the good Christian ladies with their good Christian values and their good Christian churches, they threw in a period. Medically unnecessary.
What is something you found out late in life that you should have known earlier but you just didn't?
I can win this one. So for like the first 10 years of driving, I just always thought my car sucked at getting nice and cool on hot summer days. Like, I think I went through maybe 3 vehicles, and I'm like, I just don't know how to get a nice cold car. Anyway, I'm driving with one of my girlfriends one day, and I'm like, I'm so sorry that it's not cool in here. My cars are brutal. And then she's like, oh, well, your air conditioning isn't on. And she hit the little snowflake button. I thought that button meant defrost. So I would drive around in Edmonton, Alberta, winters, minus 40 degrees, with my air conditioning air conditioning.
What is something you found out late in life that you should have known earlier but you just didn't?
I was 26 years old when I finally realized that Hamburger Helper does not actually come with hamburger. I remember going to the supermarket, get some Hamburger Helper, and coming home, opening it. I was ready to eat too. I remember thinking, how they gonna put hamburger meat in a cardboard box? Fuck it, cell phones, I guess. You know what I mean? I was so mad. I about to call the store. I called up my friend. I was like, hey man, they ain't put no hamburger in my Hamburger Helper. He didn't understand. He was like, did you buy bad hamburger? And I was like, no. I was like, when I opened the Hamburger Helper, there was no hamburger. And he was like, did you put hamburger in it? I got indignant. I was like, how the fuck, how am I put hamburger in the Hamburger Helper? That's 2 types of hamburger. Might be good, but that's overkill, dog. And then that was when he got quiet and he was like, did you think that hamburger came with the Hamburger Helper? And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, it's called Hamburger Helper, not hamburger. Dolphins like to get high.
What is something you found out late in life that you should have known earlier but you just didn't?
Right, I had absolutely no idea that every single person on this planet wakes up every morning, doesn't speak to each other, but consciously everyone decides to keep an eye out for Celine.
What is something you found out late in life that you should have known earlier but you just didn't?
Everyone, and I mean pretty much everyone, puts white powder up the nose. I personally don't, just to exclude myself. But yeah.
What is something you found out late in life that you should have known earlier but you just didn't?
Definitely how many people do cocaine. It is so fucking common, and I would have never thought that it would be like as common as marijuana when I was little, but I was wrong, especially if you live in Jersey.
Dance with me, 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 dance with me. I love the way you move, every step is special. Let me say the truth, I love your expressions. You're never bad news, always a blessing. Let's walk to the moon, like we're Michael Jackson. Let me see your hands in the air, together let's move like we just don't care. Nobody can take away the things we share. Hope you don't mind how I need you like the air. Let me see your hands in the air, together let's move like we just don't care. Nobody can take away the things we share. Hope you don't mind how I need you like the air. The way I love you, they don't understand. And it's crazy how you're my best friend. You're always in my mind, let's dance to the rhythm of your heartbeat. The way I love you, they don't understand. And it's crazy how you're my best friend. You're always in my mind, let's dance to the rhythm of your heartbeat. Dance with me, dance with me, dance with me, dance with, 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 dance with me. Oh my love, can you dance with me? Dance with me, yeah.